How's it going, guys? Another stream. Wow. So, the usual Abzan traverse list as always. The slot that I'm actually been trying to play with is the only change I made since the last stream I did was this Bitterblossom. The spot that preoccupied it before was a Shriek Maw, and Shriek Maw has been kind of underwhelming in the meta currently. I understand that's pretty good against humans, but traversing for a removal spell might be pretty useful, but in the long run, more often than not, you're probably traversing for a threat in that matchup because you're boarding in a lot of removal post board, like the second brutality, damnation, explosives. So I mean, I if there was like a 16 cyber slot, it would definitely be the Shriek Maw because of humans, but kind of want to. I've been dedicating one spot for control slash grindy matchups, and I've been targeting specifically the control matchups. And it's hard trying to find a card that gets around Terminus, Wrath of God, Settle the Wreckage, and all the traverse lists recently and just in general have been running Thrun, and I don't think Thrun's been good for a while. It just literally just doesn't do anything. It just kind of sits there. It isn't too aggressive. It's too defensive in my opinion. Like it's sticky but doesn't win the game more often than not. Like I've resolved Thrun like 5 times when I was on the Abzan Traverse and literally just didn't do anything against Jeskai or Blue Eye Control. Which is surprising. Like you would think it would be really good, but like maybe it was just a small sample size. But I've heard other people also echo the same sentiments of Thrun just being underwhelming. I've also played it against like Mardu, and like it just hasn't been that impressive. And Bitterblossom kind of gets around all the cards that I mentioned before: Terminus, Wrath of God, Settle the Wreckage. Even gets around something like Secure the Waste, because like that's one of the ways I just like I slam a Thrun, my opponent goes, okay, I'll just secure the waste for 4, and you can't, and I'll fog you 4 turns in a row while you path my other Goyf, and etc 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 until you slam a Teferi and just win the game that way, right? So it's like it I just don't like Thrun has not been good, and Bitterblossom is still up in the air, but I feel like it's better than Thun currently. It's also a nice 2-drop that just can play under counter magic, and we have a 19 land count deck, so it's nice to have something a little leaner. No 4-drops other than the Rhino. But yeah, let's just start the league. Of course, the Ballista has been amazing as usual. It's been pretty solid. Like that card's not coming out of my main ever. So I have a PPQ this weekend. So depending on how I literally haven't played against a control deck online the past 3 leagues ever since I started playing Bitterblossom. So it's hard to gauge how good it is. That being said, like if the PPQ was tomorrow, I'd probably, and I didn't get to play this league, I'd probably play the Bitterblossom just because of how it is on paper. But the jury's definitely still out on that card, and yeah, we'll see. I mean, the control matchup's just so bad, and I feel like if you don't have a card that's for grindy matchups, the like you have no Traverse has no long game source of card advantage. Like at least Centralized had like Tireless Tracker, or like some Abzan lists have Bobs. Traverse really just has Lingering Souls as our kind of source of card advantage. Maybe Lily on the last hope, but so does every other Abzan list. So Bitterblossom is just like another source of card advantage I think would be pretty useful. This hand would be really good if I had a second land. I mean, this hand would be really good against like humans or something if I drew the second land. I'm gonna have to mulligan this. This hand's better. So it's pretty painful, but it's better. Shame, MTG. How's it going, buddy? Doesn't matter what I scribe because I'm going to be fetching it away. So also mulling to 6, which is good for us. It doesn't matter. Bottom it. Just in case I get the Thoughtseize bug. Hopefully not against burn, because that'd probably be the worst thing. I think I'm getting an overgrown tomb here. The other option is getting a swamp and then getting an overgrown tomb with this. But I generally don't like fetch shocking. I really like fetching basics. So we are against the Bridgevine deck again. I think the card that fuels this hand the most is the Insolent Neonate. If my opponent goes Stitcher Supplier next and he mills a Vengevine next turn, he can go Ballista Neonate, and I'm kind of effed. So I think I'm just going to take Supplier here. Yeah, I think I can take the Supplier here. I mean, the Neonate also fuels the hand, but it doesn't dig into the Vengevine. Like, he needs a Vengevine this turn for it to be pretty effective. You have a couple control players at LGS. Fair always gets them there. Curious how Bitterblossom does. I am very curious too. I haven't played against control ever since I've put it in, so okay. That's probably a really bad draw for me. I think I'm going to fetch a plains here, or fetch a forest with and traverse, get a plains, and then Thoughtseize. So it's Thoughtseize here. Probably take the Bushwhacker. It's a card that deals the most quote-unquote damage. My opponent's hand's absolute trash, but our hand is also trash. We'll try thin our deck here. You can fetch the swamp with this marsh flat, so no worries here. Hope my opponent doesn't draw anything. That's gas. Opponent discarded Busted Mire and Scalding Tarn. So my opponent has a Walking Bliss in hand and nothing else. I need a Scavenging Ooze off the top. Mill that Faithless Suiting, I think I'd be in pretty good shape. Oh. Not looking good, boys. Like, this is pretty much another land, so we're kind of flooding here. Because I'm not even close to Delirium. I need a, like, Walking Ballista of my own. Hopefully my opponent's hand is... draws aren't helping him either. He's probably just gonna Faithless Suit here. Yep. Third, please, seriously. You just discard the bridge from below, so... he's probably gonna have 2 4/4s at the end of this. Nope, 6 4/4s. I'm gonna fetch here. Get an overrun to him. So he's keeping a Walking Bliss in hand, probably for like a Vengevine or something. So Walking Bliss off the top would be really good for us here, because we'd get Delirium, we can tutor up a Scavenging Ooze. Have to exile. Our hand is just like, we just needed some sort of body on the field. Like, we're taking a lot of damage off this Neonate, and we took a lot of damage off our Mana Base and Thoughtseize too. Maybe I shouldn't have F6 and path something. Well, this is what I was talking about. I wish I had this last turn. So Bliss for 0. And it's good because it gets rid of my opponent's bridge too. Like, this card's so pretty good. Yep, so he draws something, an unknown card. Traverse, first Scavenging Ooze. Play Scavenging Ooze. And then just hope to stabilize here. If my opponent just whiffs on one draw step, like, we're pretty good here. Walking Bliss was a really good draw step there for us. Okay. So no bridge is good for us. I think I path now. And then exile a Vengevine. And then block the other zombie. Go to 3. That's a good draw for us. So opponent didn't fetch. So what am I scared of? Like a land plus Bushwhacker. I'm trying to figure out if I can attack here. I'm definitely exiling the Faithless Looting. Like, what am I scared of that has haste? Like Goblin Bushwhacker, right? So he can go like Grave Crawler plus Bushwhacker. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I might get punished here. I think I wait one turn to attack. But first, I exile this Faithless Looting here. I think it's a safer play. That's fine. Greater Gargadon. Okay. I think I'm gonna Fatal Push a zombie token, and I can kind of get aggressive here. just use all my mana here. I need like a threat here off the top. That's fine. Gotta keep track of how many tokens are gonna be left. Exile the Bushwhacker. Alright, not many tokens. How many that's good. So guess we 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. I think this is where we turn the corner and just try to beat face here. Try to race this Gargadon. So next turn we have lethal here. And at 7 life, I'm not scared. Seven, 6, 5, 4. Yeah, I'm not scared of a hasty Gargadon. Yep. Yep. I like how it shows which cards are exiled with Scavenging Ooze here. It's like, it ain't these motherfuckers. Okay. It's got these Yard Hate, Extra Yard Hate. Fulminators are actually pretty good here. It turns my opponent's Bridge from Below off. It also can blow up their green source. Like sometimes they have, I think, like 2 Stomping Grounds or something. So you can exile take the green source off, and they just have an uncastable Vengevine. It's a corner case, but the main purpose of the Fulminator is to take them off Bridge from Below. But taking them off their Stomping Ground mana is pretty good. Detonation and Explosives just to clean the board. Veils and Last Hopes are pretty bad. Collective Brutality is pretty bad. Other than that, like cutting 3 pushes or cutting 2 decays and a push is okay, because you don't really want to 1-for-1 them. Like you saw, I just pushed a token. It was like it did something, but it's not the most ideal use of a slot in the deck. Oops, I didn't want to take it out. Okay. You kind of want to keep in a lot of the discard to take them off that early. Like you want to discard spell turn 1. You're mulling into a Yard Hate and discard spell, and we can take their 1 enabler spell. It buys you a lot of time. Like if you saw that game 1 where I cast their turn 1 Thoughtseize, they literally, like I shut them off. Like they had no engine card. And I didn't have a threat until what, turn 4? So it's like, or turn 5 in, right? So it's like, delaying them that long, slowing them down, lets you win the game, and drawing these late game death spells isn't a bad thing either, because like that means you stabilized. Because they're kind of a combo deck from the get-go, especially on the draw. You want these. But I think this post-board configuration looks pretty good. This deck is everywhere online, so you get a lot of practice against it. This is the same hand as last game. I'm gonna mulligan. You want to mulligan aggressively to yard hate, and this is exactly what I want. Thought Seize, Surgical, Engineer Explosives got a threat on top. This is a recipe for success here. Oh, baby, really? Interesting. I mean, we thought Seize here. Faithless Looting, Bushwhacker, Gravecrawler. I could take the looting and then just leave him with 2 1/1s or just 2 duders. I'm definitely gonna search for the bridge from below and my opponent's draw step. Just a matter of, do I take the looting so my opponent has nothing to really effective to do? I could take the Bushwhacker, it prevents my opponent from having like a big turn. Because my opponent can just go Faithless Looting. I can think about taking the Bushwhacker so my opponent doesn't have like another creature spell to cast through for the Vengevine if he finds one with the looting. But the looting also digs a lot more. So I think I take the Bushwhacker here and then just Surgical the bridge on my opponent's draw step. I could actually even wait. I could wait, try to get more value off the bridge. Because it's not like I have a Sun and Urge to Surgical the bridge right now. So no any cards. Perhaps. I think you're right. I don't think you're wrong. I don't think you're wrong. I have not tested to the slaughter. It doesn't. It's a lot of mana. Thing about this line here is it would be nice to have my opponent commit, like an XX to the board. I don't think I care about Bloodghast coming back. Or Vengevines, actually. That's a good draw, kind of. My opponent's definitely going to block my Goyf with a Stitcher. So let's attack here. And then after blocks, I can Surgical the bridge from below away. What else am I scared of off the top here? Bloodghast, Bushwhacker, nothing. So just the usual package here. Nah, nothing. There's nothing. There's no sideboarding, huh? He like, what do you? He's not bringing anything. Yeah, so I got all the bridges right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. He has Bloodghast and a Gravecrawler, which is kind of scary. Not gonna lie. Okay. Kind of getting out grinded here. Hmm. I don't think I can attack here. And I'll EE for 2. Or EE for 1. Crack it. And then I can search for Skoos next turn. Is that too slow? Definitely do it for 1. I don't think I can traverse for a land though. I think I need to hope for a land off the top because I need this for a Skoos. And now Damnation is not going to work against this board. I can also just attack here then. Like it's just an even race here at this point. Just attack here like that. And just hope for a land off the top. And if I pop this, my opponent actually can't bring back Gravecrawlers. Yep. That's not a bad draw here. I can traverse and play Goyf. I could also just wait here. I could wait. Try to get a Ballista. I could try to be as much mana efficient as possible, get a Skoos or something. Or I can just go for all the marbles. He discarded Bloodghast and Hangerback Walker. I could have gotten the Cleric. That might have been a better line. Yeah, I just slammed Goyf. I was thinking about trying to get a way to have lethal next turn with Ballista if he somehow top decks something. I think I'm going to just pass. Because I don't, he's like none of his blood gases are gonna have haste anyway, and these zombies can't block. So I can't think of an out. He already got rid of his Greater Gargadon. I think he has a couple more. I looked at his deck, but I forgot. I don't know what this does. Okay. Yeah, this is the line that I took. Now I get hella rewarded for it. Make this bigger. I don't want to get the wrong card. I'd be so tilted. This card's so good. So good. This is why you play Walking Bliss in this deck. So on an unrelated format note, have you any success with Legacy Junk? Before the banning of Deathrite Shaman, yeah, I 5-0'd a bunch of times with a Legacy Junk deck. Had a bunch of success at side events, Legacy side events, because like blue decks cannot beat Lingering Souls. Like you just cannot beat that. Only like 4/1/1s, like you just can't beat it. And Lingering Souls just wrecks miracles. Now I'm kind of brewing up a Traverse list because nothing replaces Deathrite Shaman. Obviously, right? So I'm trying to play a Traverse list because I've tried. Without Deathrite Shaman, you kind of need to add more lands to the deck in Legacy, and because you want to hit your 3-drops, and you need to be able to play 3-drops through Wasteland. And it's kind of counterintuitive because now you kind of get flooded, and you kind of can't afford to do that. So I figured maybe Traverse is the way to go, because you have a lower land count, and so you have a little bit more action, kind of the same idea in Modern. I only played. I brewed it up. I played one match and I beat Maverick. But I haven't had a chance to really test it more because I've been kind of focusing on Modern. My opponent is mulling to 4 versus a Thoughtseize deck, so this is looking good for us, boys. I mean, if you want to take a peek at the list, let me know. I'm having fun with Maverick levels. The thing about Maverick is it just doesn't run discard spells, and I love discard spells. It's my favorite aspect of this deck here is just, like getting the information, figuring out what to take their best card, ruining my opponent's game plan. And I'd argue I'd rather play discard spell than Force of Will in the format, because counter combo decks can play around Force of Will, but they can't play around getting their best card in the hand discarded. But that's just my opinion. That's probably why I play Abzan and not Jeskai Control, you know what I mean? My opponent scooped game 2. In this situation, I don't know what to do. I don't think I do anything. I don't think I changed my... Like, I don't know how to sideboard it, right? Like, how do I sideboard against this deck? I feel like maybe it's It could be an aggro deck that just like it could be Affinity that just didn't want to reveal itself. Um, it could be Burn. Um, but even then, I think Burn would play it out. It could be a combo deck. It could be like KCI. But it's hard to say. Like you're kind of just sideboarding blind, and I'd rather just represent the main, right? I don't know. Yeah, that's been my experience as well. I just go back to Knight so I can mitigate some of the flood. So it's been kind of mediocre so far. Yeah, Junk can kind of brute force through every match if needed. I The thing about it is Grimflare has been very untested in Legacy, and I feel like with less Baleful Strixes in the meta, Baleful Strix might be better. Grimflare might be better. Grimflare is also really good against Trinity Nemesis. Like I've been stonewalled by Trinity Nemesis so many times in Legacy, so I'm looking forward to Grimflare being pretty good in Legacy. Hopefully. Um, Run back to 60. My opponent's like, what is my opponent sideboarding against me? He's like, does he know what I'm playing against? This is pretty good against the dark too, discarding a removal. I mean, if my opponent has like KCI, then I'm kind of really fucked. I don't know. But yeah, 12 viewers, guys. Appreciate everyone joining in, hanging out with me. Love all the guys chatting and stuff. Appreciate you guys contributing to the conversation. Just love it. I love it when you guys just hang out and just chat it up. Humans. Humans it is. This card's good against humans, baby. Huh. Let me choose Bobble. I think I have better value bobbling myself. And I can just pick either Fetch Swamp or Gauntlet Shrine. We have a damn good humans hand. Liliana of the Veil. I think Liliana of the Veil is pretty good here, actually. Because we can kind of kill everything and then just have a Veil on an empty board. I think Liliana of the Veil is better than a random card off the top. So, like if my hand was removal light, I would probably shuffle. Take the Bugler here. Their hand is awful. So take the Bugler. Take the extra card that has source of card advantage here. They will be on fumes when you land it on turn 4. Plus you have Neil in chat. He's the best outside of the talking shit, guys. Love it. Agent Ziggurat, Thalia. So I know 2 of the 3 cards in hand. Oh god, this is awful. Can't bobble. Cannot bobble here. Think I play this and Fatal Push Thalia. Huh. I think I see merit in just going Last Hope plus pass. Let's see what my opponent has in hand. Militia Bugler. How do I get punished for playing Last Hope naked here? I definitely don't want to play Veil because I don't want to plus. If they go like 2-drop Mantis Rider, I don't want to play the Veil and plus because they'll just discard this unclaimed territory. So I think I'm just gonna fetch a swamp here, play Last Hope, and then just plus pass. Just hope he doesn't have a 2-drop. Wow, didn't have a 2-drop. So the only thing I get punished is if my opponent goes double Mantis Rider. Double Mantis Rider would be pretty brutal. He kept it on 2. Why would he keep it on 2? He played the Ziggurat, so I still know the unclaimed territory in his hand. Excuse me. Thalia. Okay. So he's gonna Thalia under turn. So the only way I get punished for playing Rhino is Mantis Rider. Mantis Rider. So he goes Thalia, Mantis Rider, attack, kill Liliana. I think I play a land plus Liliana and pass the turn. Because this Liliana is going to win the game for me. So you just need to protect it at all costs. And it's not like I need the life or anything. And if my opponent doesn't commit anything else to the board, I don't mind just Liliana taking the hit here. So I don't want anything in my opponent's hand. Champion of the Parish, it's fine. Noble Hierarch is also fine. So is this like this is probably the Thalia's lieutenant here. Ooh, meddling mage. Fatal. Okay. Don't mind this. I think I just end a turn fatal abrupt decay. The biggest creature would be Champion of the Parish. And then I fetch here. Get an Overgrown Tomb. And just kill Thalia. Play Rhino. Protect the Liliana. My opponent's out of gas. My opponent just top decks nothing. Then I'm pretty solid here. I don't think I can cast a discard spell because I want to do Path and Liliana here. So I'm going to plus Hierarch. And I don't think my opponent has Lieutenant here because if he does, I think it's worth getting it on the board and killing my Liliana. I think my opponent has nothing in hand. Path. What 2-drop could he have? Talisman Image? If he has Image, I don't think I care. If he has Meddling Mage and names Path, that's kind of annoying. But Lieutenant. Okay, I don't think I care about that. I think I protect the Lilianas here. How's it going, MG Alert? My opponent has live draws here. My opponent attack. Oh, he doesn't attack. Do I hold Fatal Push here? Or Path? I think I do. Because I don't want to path any of these guys. I want to protect my Mantis Rider. That's a good draw. So let's plus here. See if my opponent vials anything in. My opponent's playing very, very weird. I think I play the Ballista for 1 here. I don't think it hurts. Because I'm going to get empty-handed anyway. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of an early concession there. I mean, double coming back from double planeswalker is pretty damn difficult. All that probably sealed up the match. 2-0, man. Pretty good, MTG Lord. Things are off to a pretty good start for this stream today. 11 viewers. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Appreciate everyone for joining, man. Really appreciate it. If you guys just started tuning in, just want to show that this is the list that I'm currently running. If you've been paying attention to my streams, this has been the exact 74 of my 75. The only change is this Bitterblossom that I'm testing in the sideboard, and it's specifically for control matchups and grinding matchups, I guess. Like if people are for some reason are still playing Jund, this card just wrecks them. But other than that, just the usual. Walking Ballista has been sweet. If you guys watched the first match, this Ballista has been insane. I want to tea, but I don't feel like dropping. Dang, is it $30 now? That is insane. I did not know that Gag tea is $30. Oops. Players. Player.com. No way. Because I bought him a long time ago, so I don't know. No, he's 40 now, almost. 37.80. Christ. Gotta get the near mint. Yeah, it's like 35. That's insane, dude. That's insane. Hope you like that follow notification. Oh, man. So yeah, Slow INF followed me a couple hours ago, but Dan5532 and Corn on Macabre, thanks for following, guys. Really appreciate it. You guys are helping me enjoy streaming, man. I love streaming and just, you know, hanging out while I play. You know, it's nice to go over lines with other people. Oh god, I'm against Boggles again. I mean, it's all in Chazi too. Fuck's sake. I mean, there's no merit in me. I'll bobble on my opponent's upkeep or end of turn just in case my opponent plays something weird. It's ad nauseum. I need a second black source. Collective Brutality is nothing with the ley line of my opponent's in play. That's a good draw. That might be game winning there if my opponent is on ad nauseum. Nykthos. Okay. So it's like a black-white prison deck. So I'm just racing here. Do I want a second threat? I think I do. I really want a black source also. I don't really want a black source because of this. They can mill everything. I think a random card's better than those 3 cards. So it's, yeah, some sort of black-white prison deck, it appears. No second land is good for us. Grimflare is a good draw. Two. Tempted to So 4, 8, go to 6. So it'll be 2 turns. Kind of want the Blooming Marsh. Just to have reach against Rhino. Hey! Huh. So I really need Lingering Souls. Lingering Souls milled here would be big game. Yep, awesome. Mill all the trash. Has Wrath, that'd be bad. Ruined Halo. I feel like if my opponent had a Wrath, he'd play it. Abrupt Decay off the top wins the game. Maelstrom Pulse wins the game. I hate it when people main deck ley lines, man. And they always just have it every time. Every time, and then they just get me. Heliod. Good thing you got that path. That exile dough. So what the hell am I playing again? Fulminators for Nycthos seems pretty good. Comball seems good. Explosives, Rex Stage seems like a stud. Gaddock seems good. Shut off potential Wraths. It's pretty much just like Black White Prison, so it's just weird. Like Fatal Pushes seems pretty bad. Brutality doesn't seem good because it's all against enchantments. Last Hope doesn't seem that great. Heliod makes 2 1s, but even then that seems like loose. Two 1s. Maybe Bitterblossom can come in. I like Last Hope. I don't like Last Hope. One more cut. I mean, if they play ley lines, it's kind of awful against us. MTG Lord 97, thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate it. Just finished Modern Blue Black Death Shadow that had 80% win rate after 16 leagues. It's pretty damn good. Oh, you're on Delver. Got it. Is Ballista that great here? I guess not. Gives me that reach. It would take a lot for me to not run Ballista. I mean, I could see Bitterblossom if they run like Rune Halos against all my threats. It's not a bad idea. Maybe cut discard here. I feel like it'll be a grindy matchup. Maybe not. Maybe shave a veil here like that. Try something like this. This hand seems awful. Like really bad, awful. It's pretty much 5 lands. I think I mulligan this. If this was a Grimflare, I'd be inclined to keep. But my hand, unless... If I had a discard spell, I would slam keep this over a land. But, yeah, I think I'm mulligan too. This hand's better. This hand's a lot better. Bottom it. Leyline? Oh, you asshole. You asshole. Ball myself. Grimflare, it's not bad. Keep it on top. Pretty much the aggro deck here, so. Oh, blue. I thought Grand was be less than it got spelled freeze. I had done nothing so far. A lot of people thought that too. A lot of people thought that that card would be pretty insane. But sadly, it's not that great. What is my opponent doing? What tilts me is every leyline opponent I have, they always have so much ley lines. And I assume they run 4 and they never draw it, and it's just like, why? Like, why don't you have dead cards in hand? What are you casting here? Abrupt Decay? All the veil. Hey, good thing I shaved one. Look at that. Well, since I can't cast it, I'm milling this guy. Don't think I need baubles anymore. I don't think I want the Ballista either. Land, Artifact, Planeswalker. So Ballista would turn on Delirium too. So I think I'm just gonna mill it. And my ghosts are also absolutely huge. And I like having a Traverse in hand, so I can turn on Delirium as well. Shroud. That's fine. It's not like I have removal from him anyway. Well, I guess I do now. That's kind of awkward. The thing is, like, do I want to keep digging for land drops here? I think I can keep the Overgrown Tomb on top. What land did my opponent play? Temple. So if he has like a Wrath in hand, that's kind of scary. I actually have lethal if I decay the enchantment. So I think it's best to actually just pass the turn and not play a threat. And so my opponent taps out for like a Heliod or something. Heliod would be fine. Like, I want him to cast. Yes! Good game. That's game, boys. That is game. GG, Ali Andrazi. Good game. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Yep. GG. GG. 12 viewers, guys. Thanks everyone for joining. And I just noticed that I just reached 1,000 views too for my channel. So I really appreciate you guys supporting me, man. I really, really do appreciate it. Streaming makes playing Magic a lot more fun for me personally. On top of, I feel like it makes me a better player. On top of, I feel like it helps public speaking, being able to talk through my lines. I feel like I've gotten a lot better at playing and talking through. I remember when I first started streaming, which is quite a long time ago, it was very difficult for me to explain my lines and play optimally and be entertaining. And I feel like with enough practice and with you guys' support and, you know, actually watching me and interacting with me, it's helped me a lot. So I just want to say a big shout out to all you guys who have followed me, have been watching me, just been chatting it up in the Twitch chat. Just really appreciate it. Just makes a lot more worthwhile. You know what I mean? So really appreciate it, guys. But yeah, I haven't even dropped a game today. 6-0, pretty good start. I don't know about that last deck. Had a lot of luck. Game match 2, opponent Mulligan to Oblivion game 1 and just conceded, so that was kind of a free win. But I mean, can't argue the results here. It's still 6-0. Um, excuse me. Oops. Oopsie doopsie. Make sure my Wi-Fi is on. Removal, Goif. Sounds good to me. Opponent Mulligan. Seems good to me. Jao, I don't know how to say your name, buddy. Joaoamaro7. Maro7. Appreciate it for the follow, man. I love your shit talking in the face. Hey, that's how you make the time go by, right? Just gotta talk a lot of shit. You gotta live life, man. You gotta be able to take a joke and give a joke. Number of times Andrew in the Facebook has given me shit, dude. It's borderline harassment, but you know it's all fun and games. It's all fun, you know. Just thought seeds off the top's good. Wow. Just mono red. As long as my opponent doesn't draw a Simian Spirit Guide, I'm winning this game. Take the Sarkin. Yeah, so as long as my opponent doesn't draw... I don't know if this deck runs Simian Spirit Guide, but if it does, that's the only way I get punished if I don't take Blood Moon. So I think I'm going to take Sarkin here. Another reason why I fetched basics aggressively too. Sweet. Exactly what I want to happen here. Without Scred, right? Yeah. It's like Sarkin ramping up to dragons, which is kind of cool. I appreciate the brewing aspect of it. My opponent can Blood Moon me if he wants. I don't care. What's he gonna do? Not play Blood Moon? That's fine. So it's Lightning Bolt, Glory Bringer. This also turns on Delirium, which is really good. Okay, this. Play the Bauble. Play my land. Ball myself. Bluing Marsh, don't want that. Fetch a basic. Beat face. I can see an argument for traversing next turn, but I'd rather have a basic swamp in case I draw a Liliana or something. This is why I love Traverse, man. Look how fucking huge this Goif is. It usually doesn't run guide. I wouldn't think so, but you never know. That's a big draw there, boys. Could just play this tapped. Yeah, I don't think. Like, Glorybringer, huh? That's cute. What else is in that Dragon Spread deck? I haven't really been paying attention to those kind of builds. Gaddock Teague seems pretty good. I don't know. I mean, Sarkin goes around it, but assuming they have big drops that come down. I don't think they run down basics. If they did, I'd play Fulminator Mage. Reclamation Sage is pretty good. I think I brought out Fatal Pushes. That's it. Maybe play Bitterblossom. Hmm. Just clean swap like that. I don't know what they run. I don't know if they run big drops, you know? No Teague? Or use something like Comball instead? I'm gonna cheat here. Shuts off Chandra. Glorybringer, so just a bunch of dragons. Dragons and removal. I can see a damnation. I think you're right. I think I agree with you. Just in case I'm behind. Two scrying sheets. I don't think that's worth it to bring in Fulminator Mage. I can see an argument for engineer explosives just to kill blood moons, but that seems a little loose. There aren't any sorceries, so I think I kind of want to borrow the brutality. Doesn't do anything. Maybe keep in one Fulminator just to have Delirium too. I guess it just does nab an Anger God. It's like more removal post board. I don't know. Rabbles or has post board. I mean, that's why I like keeping the paths. Maybe I'll keep in the brutality if there's Rabbles. You could do a lot worse than brutality, and Fulminator has a lower floor than a brutality, in my opinion. Cannot play around Blood Moon with this hand, which is awkward. If they have a Blood Moon, I'm kind of fucked, right? I think I keep it. I think I can bobble into something. Oh no. Goodness. So they do run Simian Spirit Guide, just FYI. That's a good draw here. Inquisition of Kozilek. I think I take that. I think I do. I guess I should have traversed first. That was stupid of me to get the basic forest. Because I need to do that turn anyway to play around Blood Moon. It's not gonna punish here. Maybe a discard spell isn't the best. Maybe I just played this, traversed, and then just bobble again. I fucked this turn up. I got too hasty. I didn't think about what I was gonna do. I just wanted to know. But I think I need a traverse for a forest though. I think that's how I lose this game. Because like their big drops don't really care about IOK. So it actually might be better. Let's actually see what my opponent has too. Mountain, okay. Oh my god. This is awful. My hand is trash. think I still okay here. Might as well. Better than just playing Scavenging Ooze, because I'm going to pulse this next turn. Maybe get a Blood Moon out of his hand. Oh my god. So I'm going to get Glory Ringered. That's annoying. Yep. I need a Damnation off the top. That'd be a pretty big game here. No ultimate yet. So I think it's safe for me to play this Tarmogoyf. I think I want my opponent to plus again, play the Glorybringer, and then hopefully maybe leave one back. I'm going to GP Portland in December. MTG Lord. I live in California, so there's not that many events that come over here. I did go to GP Sacramento, but I don't play limited, so I just played in modern side events. And no SCG events come out all the way to California, which sucks. So it's a little unfortunate that at least in California you don't get that many events that's within driving distance. I guess you can count GPLA, but GP that was this last weekend, but LA is still like a 7-hour drive for me, and I don't play standard. So, but I know a couple of my buddies went. I'm gonna turn on the fan. It's getting kind of hot. Play the Glorybringer. Come on, do it. Don't play around that Maelstrom Pulse. There you go. There you go. Portland, Oregon. Exert. Oh, he's gonna kill it though. That's the thing. I fucked up. That sucks. I'm an idiot. I should have played the Scoos and he exerted it. Oh, I'm so stupid. I don't play Sarah, so I don't play this card. So that was actually really stupid of me. So I need to go Maelstrom Pulse this guy. I'm just dead. I should have played the Scoos. That's just really stupid of me. Now I need a Damnation here. I should just play the Scoos. I didn't know that I was going to draw the Goyf either. So that was just badly played by me. He's also exerted, so it's not the end of the world. Decay would be good here. that's pretty rough. I think I'm just gonna concede here. It's maybe an early concession, but yeah. I should have played the Scavenging Ooze on turn 2 just to exert the Glorybringer so that my Goyf Fliz. I don't know if I knew I had the Goyf in hand though. I think it just lands. Yeah, I don't think I knew I had Goyf in hand. It's awful. I think Walk Ballista is good for Planeswalkers too. I think combo might actually not be that bad. I just need to not get turn 1 Planeswalker, that'd be fine. Like, please. Yeah, I exert both. I actually, that's the first time I ever played against Glorybringer. I forgot that you could just do both. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. Is Portland, Maine, or in Ohio, so hits Indiana? Yeah, I mean, I feel like when you're in like the kind of like the not the Mid East, but like I don't know what you call it area, like the Ohio, Indiana, Minnesota, like that area. I feel like there's a lot of events because a lot of states just bundled into each other. So I think it's cool that you can kind of hit up, events that are like 3-4 hours away. Because like I'll drive if it's like 3-4 hours. Because I do Sacramento, and Sacramento was a 2.5-3 hour drive for me, right? Like I'll do that. But once it's like 7, it's a lot, and that's when you kind of start entering the territory of having to take days off and work and stuff, and I can't really do that. So, God, turn 1 Sarkin. What the fuck? Okay. This is pretty good. Stonewall's Glorybringers all day, right? Please mulligan into Oblivion. Please mulligan into Oblivion. That's what your deck does, right? I play Magic professionally and go to all events with my girlfriend. It is a little fun, but a lot of work. I mean, if you play professionally, that's your kind of deal, right? Like, that's what you do. It's just the land. Relic of Progenitus. Stormbreath Dragon. Thundermaw Hellkite. I think I take the Relic here. It's the only card that does anything. And then he has like turn 4 whatever lined up. Path is a good draw. Mountain. Grimflare is also a good draw. It's just a matter, do I play... Do I play around Blood Moon? Can I afford to play around Blood Moon? Am I going to stick this Grimflare? So I know his whole hand. So as long as he doesn't top deck an Anger of Gods or something, I'm okay. From white. I think I roll the dice here. And just... Or don't roll the dice here, get a forest. It also preserves my life total for this Bitterblossom. Thundermaw's pretty good, man. Thundermaw's pretty good. Don't draw shit. Do not draw shit. Dolly! What are you doing over there? Dog's like fucking going through shit. Scrytodon's good. Is this Grimflare gonna live? Got punished. Dolly! Liliana's a good draw here. Because I can just make him sack. I actually like all these cards. I think I can discard Goyf just to turn on Delirium. Get around Anger and Bolt. But I kind of want the Liliana on top. What's he most likely going to do next turn? Nothing? So that means Liliana's going to be a lot better. Maybe get the land first. Just get the Lily on board. I feel like he's going to play Storm Breath. And I'll just Liliana. That'll be like the first order of business, I feel like. And I don't want to play the Liliana naked like that. So, because next turn I can play Lily. If he goes Dragon next turn, I can Liliana. And then, yeah. Reclamation Sage. Kind of want the Rex Sage just to play around Blood Moon. So I think I'm gonna mill the fetch here. Maybe I'm too paranoid of Blood Moon. Maybe I'm playing this all wrong. But I feel like that's how I lose this game right now. I don't mind if Thundermaw kills all my fairies because it just pumps out more, right? Like, it's fine. Thundermaw. Wow. To block, huh? Thing is, I can also just like Liliana minus and then just attack. Because I don't think he can kill my fairy and attack here. I also just kind of just path this guy. But then just pass him into Storm Breath. I do want to get this trigger in though, it's a thing. This guy does not have Pro 8. This guy does. That's why I want to path this guy first. But I path him into Storm Breath mana, which is awkward. But I think I have to be aggro here. The more this game goes on, the more chance I lose this game. I can also just Lily Plus here, use most of my mana. Here I actually think I just take Walking Ballista here. Don't think I need the swamp now, because I have Rex Sage backup. Worst case scenario, I think I just do that. If you also pretty good. That's fine. If he exerts my fairy, I don't think I care. That's a thing. And if he exerts my Grimflare, then I can just make him sack. That's aggressive. Rex Sage. I think I can just play around Blood Moon now. Like, Blood Moon doesn't do anything anymore. If I have Stone Breath and Unknown, I think I can just flashback Lingering Souls past the turn. Yeah, the board gets too crazy, I can just Damnation everything away. I don't want to draw Rex Sage next turn. The only way yeah. I think I want to play Lingering Souls. This Bitterblossom's been pretty good, man. Bitterblossom's been pretty good. You can't attack him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, like, he has to chump block my Grimflare here, trade, take 3. Seven. Uh-oh. Damn. Alright. Okay. I think you still take 3. I still attack. He takes 2. I have to damnation the board. There's no way, right? Or I can wait a turn, wait until he plays Stormbreath Dragon. Try to get all the value here. The only way I get punished if he draws Thunder Mahalkite, a second one. So 4, 7. 4. Do I wait here? Shit, I don't know. I just get wrecked by Thundermaw. Like, Thundermaw means I lose the game. I kind of need to. Like, if my leftovers after examination is a fairy versus a Stormbreath, I think I'm losing the game. He also has, like, Anger the Gods post board. Just awkward. I think I'll wait one more draw step to get lucky. I also just attack and trade. Attacking seems safe here. And if he just doesn't block, then I win the game. Seems fine to me. I just hope he plays a dragon. Land's good. Play the dragon. Play the Stormbreath Dragon. Come on. There you go. Didn't get punished. This Bitterblossom's pretty good. Pretty good. The opponent's like, do I play around Damnation? Do I attack? How do I lose this game? So I don't know what's on top of my deck because I milled everything last turn with Grimflare. And then I drew the Marsh Flat, so I don't know what else is on top of my deck. Sorry, I don't have any of those like hotkeys, Kalakbanium. I don't have that set up, but here's the deck list if you want to take a peek. Since my opponent's taking a while to pick what he wants to decide what he wants to do. If you just started joining or tuning in, I'm on Abzan Traverse. I've been playing this deck for a while. Just Abzan in general. Traverse I've been on for quite a bit. What is going on here? Okay. keeping one back. Oh, nope. I'm gonna block all of them. Oh, protection from white. Good to know. That would have been awkward. I mean, the Abzan figure. Awesome, yeah. I'm glad you're able to tune in and join. Scavenging ooze is pretty good. A nice post-wrath threat. It's a pretty close game. I'm sure my opponent has some pretty good top decks here. Passing the turn is, I don't think, a good top deck, though. Liliana of the Veil is a good draw. I think here I'm just going to play the Scavenging Ooze. And then pass the turn. Then I have a hasty blocker. And this Fairy Rogue token. How come I get a Modern Masters Fairy Rogue token if I have the original Morning Tide enchantment? That's weird. Maybe I should have done this first to play around Bolt. Maybe that was my mistake. Yeah, maybe I should have done it first. Play around Bolt. Got punished. This Bitterblossom has been doing work, though. No joke. Like, if there was, like, this isn't like a deck that should be, like, I'm not playing against a tiered deck, but damn, it's doing a lot of work for sure. I'm gonna plus here, though. So I just have lethal with Ballista here. This card did work for me, boys. 13 viewers, guys. Appreciate you guys coming in, joining me, hanging out. How does my opponent want to go down? By Ballista or by Traverse? How do you want to win? With Rhino or with... I think I'm just gonna play it safe here. Do the Ballista. Show him who's boss. Get the Ballista kill in. Everyone call for Rhino. I did the Ballista. Fine. Sorry, boys. Sorry, boys. Alright. 4-0, baby. Here we go. That elusive 5-0, man. 1,000 active players, though. That's a decent amount. But 14 viewers, guys. Thanks everyone for joining. Got one more match left in this league. Hopefully it ends on a good note here. Hopefully we end the league with the W, get a little trophy action on here. Be awesome, but if you guys just tuned in, this is the deck list that I'm playing. The good old Abzan Traverse. If you guys haven't really been paying attention to Abzan Traverse in general, I'm on 19 lands, 1 Rhino, 3 Traverses, and the spicy main deck slot is 1 Walking Ballista. 3 Lingering Souls, a 3/1 Liliana split, 1 Brutality main. Other than it's pretty stock in terms of Abzan, 3 Path, 3 Push, 6 Discard Spells, 3/3 Split, 2 Decays. I really like 2 Decays in Abzan. I don't like Abzan Traverse list that only runs 1 run Decay. I think that's wrong. Absolutely wrong. Decay is so good. Especially with post-board hate. Like, I can see 1 in the sideboard, but I feel like that's kind of a waste of a sideboard slot. I think I'd rather have it just 2 main and just have it clean. So the sideboard slot I'm currently testing right now is the Bitterblossom, and the Bitterblossom just literally won me the game last game. So, there we have it. Here we go. This hand is awful. Not a good way to start this. This hand is okay. I'll bottom that. It's tricky here. Normally I tend to traverse for a basic, get the basic swamp. So go over and go into and fetch a sorcery, so I can go turn 2 Tormagoy if I play against like a lightning bolt deck. And then if I draw Liliana eventually, I can just I can play it on curve. Floated Delta. What am I playing against? Steam Vents. So, I mean, this could be Storm, this could be Jeskai Control. Regardless, if it's a Lightning Bolt deck, this is why you traverse turn 1. I guess it doesn't matter because of the Serum Visions, but still. If I'm against Storm, I'm liking my chances here. It's Bauble. I don't think it's a discard spell deck. If it's Grixis Shadow, then I'm kind of punished. I think I Bauble on my opponent's upkeep. Because it's not like, there's no reason to not play the Tarmogoyf. Oh, against Storm. Electromancer. Let's Thoughtseize here. Otherwise, I can go Fatal Push. So I have 2 lines here. I can go Fatal Push, play Goyf, and have a really quick clock. I can go Thoughtseize. I have to Fatal Push this Electromancer, no matter what. So it's a matter of, do I want to Abrupt Decay Thoughtseize or Fatal Push Tarmogoyf? And I think it's... So... It's gonna die either way. I have a 5/6 Tarmogoyf, go to 12. 10, so the clock isn't that much faster. Yeah, I don't. If I have like a 2-turn clock, I would do it, but I don't think it's worth it. So I think let's Thoughtseize here. Grape Shot, Serum and Sleight of Hand. So I think I take the Serum Visions. He's pretty much digging for a Gifts Ungiven, I think. And I have a second Tarmogoyf, so if he tries to empty his hand and kill my Grape Shot my Tarmogoyf, I'm fine with it. So I didn't take the Serum Visions here. It's the card that digs the deepest for gifts ungiven, and that's the card I think my opponent needs the most. Let's just beat face here. Slide hand. Two unknown, double ritual grape shot. You could also have drawn empty. Ooh, brawl. That's fine. That is fine. So I just have lethal here. Play the land out and just F6. Hope my opponent doesn't have anything. Yep. Okay. Storm. Get the Yard Hate out, or out of the sideboard in the main deck. Move Forceful Cleric for the Yard Hate. Brutality is a fucking boss versus this matchup. Gaddock Teague. Combo wins games and engineered explosives. Oh, excuse me. Take out the Lingering Souls, Last Hope, and then I shave paths here. I can see cutting a Walking Ballista. Walking Ballista is a little slow. Like, it needs 4 mana to kill Electromancer. That being said, it turns on Traverse really fast to fetch up a Gaddock Teague or a Comball. I think I shave one Veil and just cut the paths. Go like that, because this is a slow answer anyway. I think I want that fast Delirium with Walking Ballista. Kataki, Stony Science, Bitterblossom, Rexage, Foams, Damnation, Souls, Lasso, Veil, Path. Okay. Yes. Just double checking if I sideboard correctly. A lot of times I don't really pay attention to how exactly I'm sideboarding, and then I sideboard incorrectly. Just making sure I like this configuration, which I do. Alright, let's do this. Yeesh. I think this hand's actually okay. I have an answer to empty. I have an answer to I think this is fine, actually. Give me that Yard Hate, baby. I think I play this turn 1. I mean, maybe I could play a Treetop, and then I could play whatever 2-drop turn 2, but I really need to land off the top. That'd be ideal. That's fine. Land. I need a white source. I wanted to play empty. Just empty his hand. Play empty the warrants. Pieces of the puzzle. It's pretty good. Pass and Flames. So, shit. I hate it when he does this. Empty the warrants and piece of the puzzle into hand. Oh, Desert Ritual, empty the wards. So we put Past in Flames, Island, Goblin, Electromancer. That's a good draw for us, boys. Combo, man. This card's so good. So good. One threat and you're off to the races. I mean, this card just like not only is a clock and it just shuts down my opponent. And I also have the treetop village here, so okay, is he gonna try to go off? He's trying to go off through the combo. I respect it. Here, I think I'm gonna surgical Past in Flames. Before he gets to 2 mana. My opponent has double empty the warrens. That's fine. I'm okay with the warrens. I have a pulse in hand. That's absolutely fine with me. So I took the one in his yard. Always make sure to take the one in his yard. And hand. So he has 2 empties in hand. Blood Moon. Oh, he has Blood Moon? That's ballsy. Okay. Wipe away. So he has 1 Abrade, Grape Shot, and a Wipe Away for my combo as answers. He has no bolts. 1 draw, 1 piece of hay for you, mine. Yeah, so I took both. So he has 2 empties and an unknown card. Ritual. Yep. Like I had everything to answer him. I mean, he if I didn't have this pulse, this empty's pretty damn good. Like he could have won through a combo, which is insane. It's a lot of tokens. Five-0, baby. There you go. That's how it's done, man. Woo! Get that elusive, baby. 5-0. Get that elusive 5-0, man. Glad I got that on stream. I played, I think, 4 or 5 leagues this past week, and it's been 4-1, 3-2. Nothing. I've been at least getting my play points back every league, and I think 2 or 3 times I went 4-0, and I just couldn't beat that last match. Finally got there, man. Oh, this feels good, especially because I have a PTQ this weekend. So the 5-0 right before that feels pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. That's awesome. Uh, to roll, thanks for following, man. Really appreciate it. Got up to 100 followers today. That's awesome. I really appreciate everyone tuning in, everyone joining me. My bad. Getting excited, throwing my mouse around. Oh, that's awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed watching a little bit of Abzan Traverse. If you guys want to chat a little bit, I actually have to run. I'm going to have to make some dinner before my girlfriend gets home. If there's any questions you guys want to ask, if you have any questions on the list, this is the list I just ran. I think deck list gets posted tomorrow. I think it's on Tuesdays. So this is a list I'm going to be probably playing in the PTQ on Saturday. The Bitterblossom definitely won one of the matches for me. Yeah, if you guys have any other questions, otherwise this is pretty solid. Just to recap, don't actually remember. Round 1 was against, excuse me, round 1 was against humans, I believe. Oh, round 1 was against Ditchervine. Round 2 was against humans, I believe. Oh crap, I keep exiting out here. So round 1 was Bridgevine, round 2 was humans, round 3 was some sort of black-white prison deck. Round 4 was that Scred Dragons deck. Round 5 was Storm. So I consider the Stitchervine deck a positive matchup for us, actually, as long as they don't have the nut draw. I'm pretty sure I have a pretty good win rate against that deck. I think I only lost a handful of times. Humans is positive, and my opponent really had pretty bad luck against me. With the Mulligan game 1 to Oblivion. Game 3 was some sort of prison deck that I think is I would argue that's a bad matchup. I would assume they'd have like Ruined Halos and like Wraths and stuff that just try to lock you out. The Scred Dragons deck, I think, I would argue that's a positive matchup. I think it's a negative matchup for Centralized. But with Traverse, you can fetch for basics. And you have Vexage on the side, just fetch a basic force and you're solid. And then Storm is a positive matchup. So, always was streaming that match against you, actually. Really? I'm going to go back and watch that. That's actually pretty cool. Clack Vanium, I saw you also followed me. Appreciate the follow, man. Oh, hopefully he wasn't ghosting me. I'm going to go back and watch him play versus me. That's actually kind of cool. Thanks for letting me know that. But yeah, if you guys have any other questions, any comments you guys want to mention, I can wait another minute because I know it takes a while to. I know there's a bit of a delay, but so yeah, if you have any other questions, any comments, because I have a minute. My girlfriend's not home yet, but I'm gonna start cooking a little bit. But when are you streaming again? I feel really bad because my streaming schedule is a little inconsistent. Actually, very inconsistent. Like before, I think the past 2 weeks, I haven't streamed in months. Work's been kind of busy and stuff. But if you're in the Facebook group, the Abzan Facebook group, I'm definitely there. I post there in the morning, giving everyone a heads up. Hey, I'm gonna stream after work in the afternoon. But in terms of like a consistent schedule, I really don't have one because it just depends on just when I want to spend time with my girlfriend when she's free. So it's like a week by week basis. But like I think this is like the first time I ever streamed on a Monday, and it just so happened that way because my girlfriend had a dentist appointment. So I'm like, all right, I'll just stream while she's gone. But usually it's either on Wednesdays or most likely Thursdays. Usually my girlfriend plays badminton on Thursdays, so I think at least 75% of the time it's on Thursdays. Um, so usually then, but it's hard. Appreciate posting there and keep giving them help on Facebook. Yeah, man. I honestly, it's one of those things where it's nice to post in a group and then get feedback on ideas. I posted actually a couple days ago about Bitterblossom. I was like, hey guys, like, what's your idea, your consensus on Bitterblossom? Have you tried it? What's your sample size? What's your data? What matchups? When did you bring it in? And especially with a card like this, where you want this to slam it on early as possible, how good is it if you slammed it late? I think in that the matchup against Scred Dragons, I slammed it turn 2. I don't know how well it would have been turn 7, turn 8, but I think it still would have been fine because it was still infinite chump blockers that were gaining me value. So it's pretty good there. I think that is the Facebook group. Thanks, Dan, for posting that. Yep, that Siege Rhino, man. I guess I should have traversed for that instead of playing the Walking Ballista in that one game. Paid homage to the Rhino. But I gotta give a shout out to the Walking Ballista, man. The Walking Ballista is pretty damn good. But I do post in the Facebook group. I would post on Twitter, but Twitter's been kind of inactive. Like no one's really like I don't really post there. No one really follows me, which is fine. Like I'm not like it's whatever. If more people followed me on Twitter, then I would post there as well. Maybe I'll just doing that. Maybe I'll start just posting on Twitter. Maybe a little bit more consistent way of just people who aren't into Abzan but are a fan of maybe my stream. Maybe I'll do that. Will you ever do a sideboard guide? You know, I actually did that for centralized. And what's funny, the story behind that is for GP Santa Clara, I was very open about what I was playing, my exact 75 and my exact sideboard, my sideboard plan. And it was funny because I play at the Channel Fireball Game Center, and there was like a practice team event the weekend before the GP, and my team went. We practiced a little bit, and we played against a team. And my modern opponent was also on Abzan, but he was on like this kind of sketchier Bobsan version. I'm sure it was fine, but personally, I don't like Bobs and Abzan for a lot of reasons that we can talk about later. But we ended up playing. I crushed him 2-0. He asked about Abzan, and he was actually in the Abzan Facebook group. We were talking blah blah blah. Gave him my 75. Gave him my cyborg guy. Blah blah blah. Guess who we play round 1 at the GP? And we play that guy. I believe he had the exact 75 as me. We played, and we actually drew, which is hella funny. I mean, it was all shits and giggles. But going back to your question, I have a sideboard guide for centralized. I do not have a sideboard guide yet for traverse, and I'm sure the lists are very different. But this was my list. That's a little old. Main. I think this was my sideboard guide for GP Santa Clara. I had the explosives main for CP Santa Clara. I can scroll through this a little bit. The thing about it is this doesn't have Stitcher's Vine. This doesn't have KCI because this was before. This was actually before the unban of Bloodbraid Elf and Jace. So this is actually a really outdated sideboard guide. I can scroll through real quick. But this is kind of the idea that you want. The thing about it is I don't like advocating sideboard guides because I feel like it, when you're playing against a new deck, or a deck that you're not really sure of, doesn't really let you think on the fly of what you exactly need to do. I would rather answer why you sideboard versus a certain matchup. If you give me a matchup, I'd rather explain why I would do a certain way versus just going, hey, versus Storm, I bring in Surgical No Spellbomb, Remorseful Cleric, Collective Brutality, blah blah blah. In contrast, it's a little bit more constructive to be like, I board in my Yard Hate, I board and collect brutality because it does everything in the matchup you want to do. Kills Goblin Electromancer and it gets duress, which you want all the discard spells in versus Storm. Combo is obvious, it's just a stone cold answer. Gaddock Teague is a must bring in against Storm. It locks them out. If they don't have an answer to a Gaddock Teague, like a Wipe Away or a Bolt, uh, or if they waste a Grape Shot on your Gaddock Teague, they cannot cast Gifts and Givens, Pass in Flames, nor Empty the Warrens. I bring in Engineer Explosives, and the reason behind that is because they post board, their plan is to just go turn 2 ritual, empty the warrants, try to answer 16 goblins, and that's why you keep in Maelstrom Pulse, not to deal with a mana dork, but to deal with the tokens. And you might ask why not Damnation, is because Damnation also kills your clock, so you also need to apply a clock there. So it's those kind of things where I'd rather teach why you sideboard a certain way instead of just going, here's a guide, because modern's changing so much so fast, and it's best to learn why you sideboard a certain way versus um, just certain slots. For example, a card that, if you guys didn't tune in my first match, a card that you bring in versus Bridgevine is Fulminator Mage, and that's not very intuitive, but the reason why I bring it in is because it hits Bridge from below. So games go kind of long, and sometimes you don't have enough mana to Scavenging Ooze or your Surgical Extract, Avenge Vine, but they have a Bridge from below. It's just another answer to Bridge. So those are the things that you kind of pick up with experience, and it's best to just, again, ask why. Like, because if you just go, oh, we're in Fulminator Mage, just follow that, but you don't know why, then when you play the game, you don't know how to use the Fulminator Mage. You're just kind of slamming it, and then you're just gonna, kill a land, try to Stone Rain them when you should be holding it until they have a Bridge from below in play. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. That being said, shame MTG, if you are in the Facebook group, you are more than welcome to post and ask why, or you can even private message me on Facebook and ask me, hey, what would you do in this situation? And I would be more than willing to help you or tell you exactly what I would do and explain why. And the reason, and I wish I could do that, but there's just so many decks in Modern that it's not feasible to do this in a reasonable time. The downtime I do have, I'd rather stream. In fact, that's a little more productive for me and the viewers, because you want to watch how the deck plays. And this literally took me a while. It doesn't look like a lot of work, but holy hell, it is a lot of work. Like, it took me forever to make that cyber guy for centralized, and it bit me in the ass. So, but yeah. Other than that, again, I really appreciate everyone for tuning in. I seriously, like, I am so thankful to be surrounded by amazing people in the Abzan group. And I'm hoping the people that tune in from the Abzan group attract guys that are just trying to find another streamer on Twitch. So, other than that, signing off. This is a 75, 5-0, baby. Got there, guys. Appreciate it. Hope you guys have a good one. I'll try to stream again next week. So, yeah. Take it easy, guys. Again, much appreciated. Take it easy.